Hello and welcome. You are here with me, Jill Maurer. I am a nationally award-winning jewelry designer, and in addition to jewelry, I love luxury handbags. This video is being done in collaboration with Autumn Beckman, and we are discussing the luxury bags you should never buy new. In my case, I have 5. I don't know how many Autumn will have. If you don't know Autumn Beckman, we need to fix that. Her channel focuses on luxury on a budget. She is a school teacher with very fine taste. She loves to have luxury items and she finds a way to get them. She also has 2 wonderful dogs and a bird, all of whom you may want to get to know. And I can tell you that behind the scenes, Autumn is a wonderful person. She's very supportive. She's been a huge supporter of my channel, even when I was very, very small. I'm still very small, but I was even a smaller channel. She did a lot to promote me. She has also helped me behind the scenes. She's given me a lot of ideas and has been overall very supportive and is a lovely person. After you have finished this video, I encourage you to watch hers. Of course, I will have it linked below. I always used to just buy bags new, and when I first started collecting handbags, it was a long time ago. I've loved handbags for a very long time. It would not have occurred to me to collect luxury bags pre-loved. Now, even in high school, I did go to flea markets and to vintage shops and that kind of thing for clothing and bags, because in the 80s, when I was in high school, I loved the 40s and 50s. And so I would get things from that era, but I wouldn't consider them luxury. Now, some of them might be kind of luxury now because they have changed the way things are made, but it wasn't really about luxury at that time. In fact, I wouldn't have known what a luxury handbag was at that time. And then as I got older, I bought new. I would occasionally have an alligator bag that was vintage. That wasn't really luxury in a way. It was more to have some quirky accessories. I bought costume jewelry that way, and I bought some handbags that way, but not really luxury. Now there is a much bigger pre-loved market. It is much easier to get a bag that you are relatively sure is in fact authentic. I started buying pre-loved bags. It was probably, I don't know exactly when you get older, I'll tell you what years go by, but I would say maybe 3 to 4 years ago is when I started buying some pre-loved bags. I made the conscious decision that there were some bags that I would only buy pre-loved moving forward. I have 5 of them, and let's start with the first one. The first on my list is Bottega Veneta. Here is my orange Bottega Veneta. This is a little tight here today. I'm filming in a different spot. This is my Bottega Veneta bag in orange, and I do have another one in black. This is a hobo bag. I have done a video on this bag, and I did an unboxing of the black one, and I think I did a comparison of these two. I'll link those all below for you. This is a brand that I think is hugely underrated. It is an Italian brand. The bags are made in Italy. The leather is the best that I have felt. I can't think of anything that I have felt that I think is softer. This is even softer and smoother to me than Chanel's lambskin. And I do have one Hermes bag, but it's the Cellier. I can't even compare. It's not meant to be a very soft leather. This is the softest leather I have ever felt. I love and think it is very, very luxe that there are no logos on this bag. There's a huge following for Bottega, but it's not really a YouTube following. On the pre-loved market, these bags are much, much less expensive than you can buy them new. I think that the reason they're not talked about much on YouTube is that they aren't flashy. They aren't always easily recognizable. These are truly understated bags, and the people who get them oftentimes don't tend to be on YouTube and talking about bags. And I do think YouTube does a lot to drive the pre-loved market. YouTube, of course, Instagram. This brand just hasn't gotten the love that I think that it deserves. The benefit is that if you do buy it on the pre-loved market, they are much, much less expensive. You can get some great deals on these. The flip side of that is if you buy one and then want to sell it, there's not a great market for it. You can sell it, but you will take a hit. That is the reason I prefer pre-loved for Bottega. The next bag on my list is Chanel Classic Flaps. I did buy this one new. I bought it in 2006 in Paris, long before I was ever on YouTube. And I do have several Chanel bags, and I have purchased most of them new. I do have a couple that I have since purchased pre-loved, but most of my Chanel bags I did purchase new. What I will tell you is that Chanel does go on sale. A lot of people think it doesn't go on sale. Chanel handbags do go on sale. The classic flaps don't, as far as I know. But the prices, oh my goodness, the prices have gone up so fast, and they've gone up much faster than the quality. In fact, I would say that the quality has declined as the prices have increased. I would encourage you to get classic flaps pre-loved, and that is not only this style flap, but also the reissue, which happens to be one of my favorite bags. Anything in that classic flap family that doesn't go on sale, I would recommend that you get pre-loved for two reasons. One is the quality of the bag will be better. If it's a little bit older bag, I do think that the quality is higher. And number two, the price is much better. I don't see how this bag is going to continue increasing in price while the quality declines. The third reason I think you should get Chanel Classic Flaps pre-loved is you may not like the bag as much as you think you will. There's been a lot of hype on Instagram and on YouTube and everywhere about Chanel Classic Flaps. The truth is they often don't live well. I don't like the jumbo double flap at all. I had one, I sold it. I have done a video on why I don't like the Chanel Jumbo. It has lots of problems. This one does too. I like this better. This is the medium large. You cannot wear it crossbody and it doesn't hold as much as you may think. I still like this bag, but if I didn't have it, I wouldn't go out and get it. There are other bags that I think fit this space in my collection better. So do keep that in mind. If you decide to sell your bag, you will take much less of a hit if you bought it pre-loved than if you bought it new. Number 3 on my list is the Lady Dior bag. I don't recommend getting this one new. I don't own a Lady Dior bag and I never have. I have considered it many times. They used to be made with the zipper on the top, and this bag is beautiful and just not that convenient. It is very boxy. Typically boxy bags are not the best for me, but there are some that are. This one, there are a couple of odd things going on. One is the zipper. It's not a very big opening for the size of the bag, and it's hard to get things in and out of. The other is the handles are a little weird. They're okay though, because you can carry it handheld, and then if you want to have the strap, those handles completely fall so that it isn't awkward to carry it crossbody or as a shoulder bag. The real problem for me is getting in and out of the bag, that the bag doesn't hold that much and getting in and out of the bag. And if you get a bigger bag that will hold more, because of its boxy kind of style, it looks just huge. Now they do have a newer model that doesn't have the zipper, it has the flap. Some people love the flap, some people do not. The two reasons I do think you should buy the Lady Dior pre-loved, one is the price. And this is true of most bags that I think you should buy pre-loved. Usually it's because of the price. You can just get a much better deal on the pre-loved market. They don't hold their value as well. That may be changing. Dior is having a little renaissance. So if this is a bag you've been thinking about, you might want to jump on that now. But the second reason is you may get the bag and decide you don't love it as much as you thought you did. And if at some point you want to sell that bag, you won't lose as much money if you bought it pre-loved to start. Number 3 is the Louis Vuitton Capucines bag. I love this bag. I love the look of it. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I think the look is classic, and it's a bag that I think that I would always love. I'm not a big logo person, but the way the logo is done in this bag, it is integrated and it looks right. It's done in a wonderful way. In addition to that, you have a second option, and it is my preference on how to carry the bag. That is with the flap over, so there's the Louis Vuitton sort of flower, and that's all that's showing, and that makes it a bag without a logo, which is my preference. The two reasons I think you should buy this bag pre-loved are a little bit different. One is the price again. You can get a better price on the pre-loved market, but the other is wear and tear. This is a bag that concerns me for wear and tear. I don't know if you can carry this bag for a very long time. That's the reason I don't own this bag, because I do truly love it, and I think that the look would become a classic, and even if it doesn't, it's a look that I think I would like my whole life. My concern about this bag is the wear and tear. There has been sagging. People have reported sagging, and you can see some of them on the pre-loved market that way. And then the handle doesn't stay curved, it kind of flattens out. All of this gives me great concern in a bag that is that expensive. I would proceed with caution with this bag no matter what. I do think it's a risky bag to get. There are people who have it, who are taking good care of it, and they've come up with ways to tie it up and hang it as opposed to sit it down on a counter. Yota Style recently did a video where she talked about that, and I will put that down below so that you can see that. That might make me rethink it, but this bag is a little too high maintenance for me in general. But I do think if you are going to get it, the pre-loved market is the way to do it. Pay special attention to the condition of this bag before you buy it, and also pay special attention to the condition of the bag as you are carrying it. Because if you see that it's starting to get the condition issues, the wear issues that pop up on this bag, you may decide to let it go before it gets worse. Number 5 is the Loewe puzzle bag. I love this bag. I love the look of it. I love that it's mathematical, that you can wear it in a couple ways, that it's a little bit geeky. There's so much I love about this bag. I almost purchased this bag new in Bergdorf's several years ago when it first came out. I just instantly fell in love with the bag. I really like the look of this bag. I didn't do it because of the boxiness. It is not only square, but it has depth to its squareness, and it wasn't the best look on me. I loved the bag and it just wasn't right for me. So I like to look at that bag from afar. At the time I was looking at the bag, there weren't any on the pre-loved market because it was brand new. Now there are more bags on the pre-loved market. My recommendation to buy this one pre-loved is about price. You can get better deals on the pre-loved market, but again, you may decide you don't like living with the bag. There are a couple little oddities about the bag, and you may decide that you don't like living with it. But if you like this bag, I think it is a wonderful bag, and I do think it will stand the test of time. It's not that it will exactly look classic. That's not why it'll stand the test of time. I do think it will be one of the iconic bags that represents this era that we're living in now. And for that reason, I think it will always be collected and appreciated. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me, disagree with me on these? Is there one that you think is glaring, that is missing, that I did not get, that you think should never, ever be purchased new? Let me know in the comments below, and please do watch Autumn's video. I'm going over there right now because I'm excited to see what her choices were. Bye for now.